Thanks for downloading another segment from the Best of the Classic Metal Show. The Classic Metal Show is heard live on Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. And now here's another piece of Classic Metal Show history on the Best of the Classic Metal Show.
The Classic Metal Show.
All right, well, we did a very short segment last week.
Right.
We had read that the singer Midnight had passed away. He was the Crimson Glory singer, and he passed away, and it was it was highly publicized that he had a problem with alcohol.
Yeah, Neeley, before we go any further, would you mind if I asked for a moment of silence and a silent moment of prayer for Midnight? Thank you. Rest in peace, Midnight.
All right.
Okay.
So, as the story goes, it said that Midnight had passed away from severe kidney and liver failure.
Correct.
That's what the news story said.
Correct.
So, it was no secret because it had been highly publicized in the music news that this Midnight had a problem with alcohol.
Correct.
And, obviously that is a choice. Chris and I have our thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
And last week was a very weird week for celebrity deaths, if you will.
Yeah, there were a bunch of them.
And, the one obviously that's been talked about the most is Michael Jackson.
Sure, absolutely.
But as each day goes by, the more and more you're hearing about the weird circumstances or veiled circumstances of what Michael Jackson's life was all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was a weirdo.
Well, he was a weirdo, but not only that, but he was a heavy drug user.
He was a total junkie. Sounds like
he was a total prescription drug user. He was using some of the most powerful drugs available to institutions, and that were never meant for home consumption.
Right. Yeah. It's good. I mean, when it finally comes out, it's going to come out that he OD'd on some really fucking potent shit.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
So that's the scoop. All right. So the guy had a problem.
Yep.
This Midnight guy obviously had a problem.
Right.
In this day and age, there are plenty of places to go get help if you want help.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Just ask Janie Lane. There's a guy who's gone through rehab after rehab and whatever.
Yeah, he's been to many of them. He's probably been to most of them.
And whether it's helped him or not is debatable, because obviously he's still having his problems.
Well, let's just call it what it is, dude. Getting clean, getting sober, getting better. Even if you don't want to be clean or sober, you just want to be better, less drugged up, less drunk, whatever. It's a personal choice. And I'll speak 100% for myself, and you know this, dude. When you first met me, I was drinking a lot.
Sure.
True or not?
Sure, that's true.
I mean, when you and I would go out and do an event, even as recently as 2-3 years ago, I was hammered.
Yeah, and I always did the driving usually because because
I would get fucking shit-faced drunk.
Well, number one, we were obviously going to the same thing and same place, but I always felt better because I'm not a drinker.
Right.
And if I did the driving, I knew you'd get to and from the place, safe.
Exactly. But I mean, I would pour the shit in. And then over the last couple of years, I've really pushed that back.
Right.
The last 2 times that we've done things, I don't think I've really drank much at all, have I?
No, not at all.
I made a conscious effort, and hell, Kurgan could step up in the chat room. He didn't see me drink anything the other night at Priest. Not a single drink.
Sure.
Just didn't. It's just not, I purposely made the choice to tone it down a little bit.
Right.
For whatever reason. Because I chose to, because of a health thing, whatever. And Anybody can make that same kind of a choice if you decide to.
Yeah, if you really
yourself...
want to, you will.
Yeah, if you don't want to be fucked up all the time, you won't be. If you want to be fucked up all the time, you will be. Saying that it's a disease and you can't help yourself is a fucking cop-out. Because it's just like any other thing, man. You can't stop. You can't say that somebody's pouring it down your throat. You're actively picking it up and dumping it in.
Right. So at some point, you need to say, hey, enough's enough. I need to stop this. I got to quit this.
Yeah, or slow down or whatever.
All right. So I'm going to play this a little less than 3 minute segment here that we did kind of, tongue in cheek, off the cuff last week, not meaning to be particularly offensive with this, just being brutally honest.
Right, of course.
All right, so this is what we said last week.
Play some Crimson Glory in honor of Midnight.
Oh, we could play some Crimson Glory.
How about if we did? I got a better tribute for Midnight. How about American Dog Drank Too Much?
Oh, that wouldn't be a good one, huh?
Now that's a tribute to Midnight.
Sure. All right. So you speak the truth there. Drank too much.
Right.
So did you hear anything offensive in that?
To me, no, not at all.
To me either. I didn't hear. The guy drank too much.
Yeah. I don't remember. I can't breathe. Yeah. I drank too much.
Yeah, he did too, didn't he? Yeesh.
Down in my gravesite, I drank too much.
Yeah.
What a dope. How do you drink yourself to death? At what point do you not say, man, this is getting bad, I better stop?
Okay, so is that a reasonable question?
I would think so, sure.
We just asked that question 2 minutes ago. When do you say, hey, this is enough, I gotta stop?
Yeah. I think it's reasonable.
Did that ever occur to you?
I mean, come on, dude. At some point, I mean, when you're having liver and kidney failure, doesn't it hurt for like weeks going up? It doesn't just stop, does it?
No, that's when they say, I just need a little something for the pain. Just need a little something for the pain.
Yeah, isn't that when you say, you know what? There's something going on here. Every time I drink a couple of shots, my back hurts.
Yeah.
I wonder if one works for the other somehow. I better stop this and see.
All right. Well, that's a reasonable, assumption. Just like if I'm drinking too much and it's affecting my liver and kidneys, I'm probably experiencing some kind of physical pain.
Yeah, there's something wrong here, and it happens every time I start drinking. I better deal with this.
So that's just being brutally honest. That's not being That's not being hateful. That's just being honest.
Right. What a dummy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Crimson Glory stuff, but I really have a tough time having much sympathy for someone who actually drinks themselves to death. All right, that is my opinion.
Okay.
My opinion. I have a problem having sympathy for people who abuse themselves, be it with alcohol or drugs or food or whatever it is you do.
Sure.
Because you got to do something about it. Nobody can do it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you don't, then whatever. You
suffer the consequences.
If I die from being fat, I expect you to goof on me. That's just the way it is. I have a real problem with that. And, I mean, let's face it, didn't he just get arrested like a year ago or something?
Not even quite a year. It was like it is almost a year. I'm going to say it was last August.
But it was for DUI or DWI, right?
Yeah, well, that's when Crimson Glory told him, dude, this isn't working out for us.
Yeah. So,
All right. Well, we know, because it was published, that Crimson Glory was attempting a reunion or a comeback.
Yeah, they were with Midnight.
With Midnight, because things with Wade Black were not working out or didn't work out. And so they were looking to reunite with Midnight, but because of, and if I didn't dig up the news story, but they said because of unforeseen differences or whatever, that this Crimson Glory thing just wasn't going to happen.
Sure.
which would lead you to believe, and of course I'm reading into this, I don't know this as fact, but I'm reading into this, that probably the problems Midnight was having with his addictions was probably preventing them from being able to do this.
Right, and let's also not forget the fact that just recently he also had a DUI too, didn't he?
Yeah, well, that was last year. That's the time when they told him,
Right.
We can't do this.
Yeah, because they couldn't trust him.
Right.
Sure. Just stop it. It's hard to feel bad. It's funny. You see all these stupid little comments and tributes on like Blabbermouth and stuff about, oh, Midnight, feel so bad, rest in peace. No, I don't feel bad. You drank yourself to death, you dumb shit.
Right.
I'm dopey.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much you have to drink in order to kill your liver and your kidneys? Now, is that a reasonable question to ask?
Well, apparently not to some people, but I would think so.
Yeah. How much do you have to drink to destroy your liver and kidneys? How much?
Yeah.
How much and how often?
Mm-hmm.
That's a legitimate question. Blatant as it might be, it's a legitimate, reasonable question.
Sorry that we didn't sugarcoat it and wait till whatever the prescribed amount of time that you have to wait is to ask these questions.
Okay.
Look, I used to drink a ton, and I don't think I ever came close. I can't imagine. I mean, this guy must have been drinking a fifth a day for 20 years. What a dope.
Yikes. All right, well, we'll play American Dog. Drank Too Much. We'll dedicate it to Midnight, and I'm going to text Nader, find out where he is, and then we'll get him on the phone and find out what our haircutting buddy is up to.
All right.
All right, well, here's American Dog as a tribute to the departed Midnight of Crimson Glory. It's Drank Too Much exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
All right, so there we took it apart piece by piece.
Right, okay.
Now, here comes the fun part, and I'm going to, allow you fans who want to get involved with this discussion to get involved here. But before we do that, I'm going to read some of the comments that were sent to us or posted on the YouTube.
Okay.
We got a email about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't give her name out, but she wrote a very concise, well thought out email. I disagree with her synopsis, but she was respectful, and she thought she was making a point, but she proved our point in what she said.
Okay.
She says, just heard your bit about Midnight on YouTube. I want to clarify something, and whether or not you choose to do anything with it is up to you. Okay, so we chose to do something with it, so that answers your question.
Yeah.
Midnight didn't slowly succumb to a total kidney and liver failure that was hastily and irresponsibly posted to Blabbermouth.
Not our fault.
But I don't think they said he slowly succumbed to it. They said that he died of what was the term that they used?
Liver and kidney failure.
Yeah, or what was it? It was
cirrhosis or whatever.
No, they said something like catastrophic or something to that effect, like it was instant.
Okay.
Midnight didn't slowly succumb to total kidney and liver failure that was hastily and irresponsibly posted to Blabbermouth. Okay, well, that's not our problem.
Yeah.
We just read it as it was written or reported. Mm-hmm. He suffered internal bleeding, which caused his internal organs, including his liver and kidneys, as well as other areas of his body, to shut down. Well, you don't just start bleeding for no apparent reason.
Yeah, he wasn't just standing there and all of a sudden his fucking kidney started bleeding.
Yeah, or his stomach or whatever.
Yeah.
Now here she proves her point. No one will deny that Midnight had serious issues with alcohol abuse.
Well, the last two that will deny that is you and I.
But he did not, and she puts in quotes, drink himself to death, as you put it.
Okay.
In fact, the last few months of his life saw him living and eating better than he had in years.
So what does that mean?
So
does that mean that if I have a heart attack but I ate salad as my last meal, then I was doing better?
That's right. That's what she's saying.
That's fucking stupid.
She's not saying that the damage was done already.
Yeah.
Just because he didn't die with a bottle in his hand doesn't mean he didn't damage himself with alcohol.
Right. Think about it this way: if I'm driving down the street with my arm out the car window, and it gets hit by a truck and taken off, and then I learn from that I shouldn't stick my arm out the window, and now that I have to be the passenger, I don't stick the arm out the passenger window. That doesn't mean that I didn't lose my arm for a stupid reason.
Right.
It's the same fucking thing.
It just negates it now. Well, you ate a salad. You're healthy now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been eating a salad all week. Doesn't matter that I got diabetes from the other fucking 40 years. Now I eat salad. So now it's better, right?
So she says it herself. No one will deny that Midnight had serious issues with alcohol abuse, but he did not drink himself to death, as you put it.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. He damaged his internals by alcohol.
He tore himself up.
This information is not for your broadcast to disseminate, but for your own education.
Okay. Well, too bad.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill. It's like this. I mean, you know the risks when you get into it. You know, it's no poor me. You know the risk when you do any of this shit. When you smoke, you know you got cancer. When you're big and fat and you eat, like someone like I do, you know you can die of a heart attack or get diabetes one day. Well, when you do drugs, you know you can die of an overdose.
Well, you brought up a good point there, MOL. Just because you quit smoking and then you got cancer doesn't mean that you didn't die from the cancer that was caused by the smoking because you quit.
Exactly.
That's
and you see like, and if you die of something, I mean, like say like, you know, you get sick or whatever, or you get like, you shoot up and like your veins, like they do that weird thing where you lose your limbs because you shot up heroin or whatever from a dirty needle. It's like you didn't lose it from just necrosis, you lost it from fucking shooting up, you know?
Right.
I mean everything. You know the risks before you start. If you're smart enough to do that shit, or if you're old enough to do that shit, trust me, you're smart enough to know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
And everyone knows that everything has risks. So, you know, not pour this, pour that, you know? I mean, shit. If I drop dead of a heart attack, it's probably because I ate too much and I'm 275 fucking pounds, you know? And no one's going to change that but me. I mean, you know, it takes a while to change anything. I mean, so there you go. Like, with drinking,
but hold on. But ultimately, if you came up today with diabetes, you went to the doctor today and you had diabetes, and you went on the diet and you lost 100 pounds and you got down to 175 and, you know, had 4% body fat or whatever, and then you died from diabetes, you still killed yourself.
Exactly. You still set that wheel in motion down that hill to, you know, your demise. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like, oh my God, I was doing so much better. Why? Well, look at it this way. You know, everything has consequences. You know, I mean, we say shit, you know, and everything, but everything has consequences. We just have to deal with them, you know?
Exactly.
I mean, you can say what you want and you can do what you want, but there will always be those consequences.
All right, MOL.
Yeah, okay, enough of the morality tale. So, I'll let someone else get in and let you finish up this shit and whatever. So, hail and kill, boys. This is a great show, man.
Hail and kill.
All right.
All right, bye.
Fuck now.
So anyway, she continues, I think it's totally ridiculous to criticize the comments wishing Midnight a peaceful afterlife and touting his accomplishment and talent.
Okay, this is where me and her part ways completely. I am so tired of everybody all of a sudden, you know, when someone dies, all of a sudden there's some fake bullshit responsibility to say rest in peace and all that other horse shit. You know, every time you see this horse shit on these stupid fucking message boards, you know, you can look back and you can find the same names trashing the guy when he did something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you that if you looked up the announcement on Blabbermouth when Midnight died, and you wrote down all of those names, and then you look up the announcement that Midnight got his DWI a year before, you will find those same fucking people smashing the guy.
Right.
So this fake empathy of, oh, the poor guy, hope he went to heaven, rest in peace. He was such a major talent. Shut the fuck up, because you said what you said before, and it doesn't change just because the guy fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
End.
He was not an alcoholic who happened to sing. He was a killer vocalist for an absolutely kick-ass band who eventually became an alcoholic.
Okay, and we said point blank, we loved the Crimson Glory music.
Yep, we did.
Point blank, you said that in the commentary.
I did.
And I'll say it right now, I love Crimson Glory. Transcendence, great album.
Right.
Great album.
Look, your show is your business, and we respect that. And
Okay.
what's said is said. And what's said is said. But for your own private and personal benefit, please know that Midnight died suddenly and without warning. Was the writing on the wall? Of course. But please have a small measure of respect, if not for Midnight personally, then at least for his family, bandmates, and friends who may listen to your program. So,
If his
again,
friends and family, hold on, if his friends and family listen to our program, then they're not stunned in the least.
yeah, but look what she said right there. Was the writing on the wall? Of course.
Of course it was.
So everybody knew it.
Yeah, his friends and family knew it. It was just a matter of time before he died.
So if this gal who wrote us knew it,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody around him knew it, why is this so shocking?
Why is it that you're not supposed to call somebody out when they kill themselves? To me, that's the ultimate time to call them out.
Yeah. So
Because they did it.
right. So you had posted that little 3-minute segment on YouTube,
Right.
and there were several comments made.
Of course there were.
So the first one comments,
Mm-hmm.
"This is heartless and appalling to listen to." Now I just played it and we commented on it, or commented on our comments,
Right.
and I didn't find anything appalling at all.
Didn't appall me.
Evidently, you two have no couth for one, to have no respect for a fallen human being.
You know what? I'm going to agree with her. I don't have any couth to have respect for a fallen human being. I don't feel like I owe anybody more respect in death than I gave them in life.
Right.
None.
Especially when it was self-inflicted.
Even if it wasn't. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general. Do you like the Rev? I'm asking you right now. Do you like the Rev as a human being?
I don't know the guy as a human being. But,
Okay,
but,
what you
but,
know
but,
of the
but,
guy.
But what I know of him? No,
Yeah.
I think he's kind of I don't know, he's just a misguided dope.
Okay. So if we got word today that he died, should we all of a sudden have some kind of fake respect for him?
No?
No. There's no reason to have any different kind of feeling than you shared in life in death.
Right.
Sorry if that doesn't fucking make you bleeding hearts that want to cry every time some celebrity dies. Weep.
Yeah.
Tough shit. Suck it up.
So this poster goes on and says, you
Hold on.
What?
Look at evil Batman in the chat room.
Oh boy. Yay, Rev is dead. Wow.
Okay.
You obviously have never dealt with alcoholism either.
Wrong.
It is a disease if you haven't heard. It's not
And?
an excuse.
It's not true either.
It's not true. It just goes to show that his demons were stronger than his will. And
that's his fault.
right.
His demons were stronger than his will. Well, here's the news flash. Without choice, he would have never had alcohol available to him.
Right.
without choice. So it's not his demons, it's his choices.
Right. The alcohol you drank didn't affect your liver, it affected your brain instead.
Okay.
Have some compassion whether you agree with his lifestyle or not.
No.
He was still a fellow human being who is no longer here. Well, I just listened back to that little 3-minute clip, and nobody sat there applauding and say, "Yay, I'm glad he's dead, yay."
No.
Nobody said that. Nobody celebrated that he died.
No, not at all.
All we said was, wow, what a way to go.
Yeah, he did it to himself, and we don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Why should I feel bad? I'm still waiting for anybody to give me that answer. Why should I feel bad? Oh, I know what the answer is. Because you people have a fake morality issue where you feel bad about somebody that you don't even know. Shut up.
The next poster says, "This is not a tribute, it's a bashing."
Okay.
Is that how you get people to listen to your stuff, by representing it as something it's not? Nice job.
Apparently so. That's what we did, and we got you, you stupid shit.
A bashing, huh?
That's right.
The next poster, wow, you're, Y-O-U-R, not Y-O-U apostrophe R-E, as in you are. Wow, you're a couple of real fucking assholes. I wish nothing but the worst for the both of you.
Wow, thank you.
The next poster writes, what the fuck? That's it. WTF. The next poster writes, very strange, wonder what he ever did to deserve something like this.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm commenting, to be honest, but I feel compelled to just call you a couple of sad cunts. Fuck you. Rest in peace, Midnight.
That's right. Rest in peace, Mid.
Yeah. You're a sad cunts.
Sad cunts.
Yeah. My lips do kind of droop to the sides. It's kind of sad looking. The next person writes, That's it.
That's it?
U-H, U-H, U-H.
Okay.
The next person writes, everybody likes a drink, me especially, so one day me and Midnight will get even. Nobody lives forever.
Oh, there you go. Nobody does. You're absolutely right.
The next person writes, CMS, get some respect. Midnight was a legend. You never will be.
First of all, the guy was not a legend.
Nobody even knew the guy outside of the heavy metal rock world. And
let's get even closer. Outside of about 5,000 fans.
Yeah.
Come on. Really? Legend? No. He's a good singer.
Great singer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say it again. He drank himself to death.
Ha ha! You're dead.
So there. So we got just a couple of minutes before we close out the show. So if you got a comment real quick, and MOL, that does not mean you. You've had your comment. 800-497-5891. 800-497-5891. If you got a comment, whether you agree, disagree, got your own thoughts on it, but that was our thoughts. And, you know, we caught some flack, and we defended our position. Thanks for checking out the Best of the Classic Metal Show. You can tune into the Classic Metal Show live every Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, exclusively at www.theclassicmetalshow.com.
The Classic Metal Show.